Hi, I am Kathy Ruberg, and I work with the Uplift team on the Grants and Loans Technical Assistance team. We are going to talk a little bit about our Knowledge Center on our Uplift site today, because this is where you have access to a lot of resources that we have linked for you that we would love for you to use. So first, if you can see my screen, we'll navigate to uplifttourism.com. That will put you on the Uplift site. You'll see we have a lot of different links up here that go to a lot of different places. We have a link that says click here to register for any of our upcoming events. But what we're most concerned about today is the Knowledge Center. So you'll see at the top menu, you can click Knowledge Center right here to get to it, or you can click this Knowledge Center button here. This will take you to our resources. The first thing I want to look at is the Uplift's webinar and recordings. This is where, when we do webinars like this, we record them and then we'll post them to our site. So you don't have to be present to see them. You can go watch them later. So I'm going to click Uplift's webinar recordings. You'll see here you have a choice. You can look at the program overview. For those of you that are new to Uplift, you'll usually see the video link, and then you'll see the slide deck. So you have access to the actual slides, not just the video. Grants and loans. You'll see different topics. If you're very new to grants, this is a webinar about just what a grant is, what a grant does, how you search for grants, how you apply for grants. We have one on beginner grants, which are the ones that you can apply for without too much time or pre-planning. Many grants require a lot of pre-planning, but these do not. Here's one, building an inclusive community. This is about grant opportunities that help with accessible projects, adding pieces to your existing products. So I'm gonna close that up, but you'll see the marketing tools. There's really great stuff in here. There's Canva trainings. If you haven't used Canva, jump right in and watch one of these. Canva is a great tool. There are levels that you can purchase to get more tools, but the free tool is good for people starting out in it. You'll see event flyers. You'll see what does this button do, just showing you an overview of how to use Canva, creating a social media post. This lets you record right in Canva and it'll put it in the correct format to post to the social media of your choice. We have Wix training videos. If you have not used Wix before, it is a simple website builder. A lot of folks use Wix to build their websites. There's Wix 1, 2, 3, and 4. Some marketing videos, mastering the art of developing and implementing an effective marketing strategy. That is something that, unless you're in marketing, you're probably not an expert on. I certainly am not. These videos will help you really dig in. On this, you have the video, you have 33 slide deck, and then you have some extra information that was left for you. Worksheets and such would be there. Brand strategies. This is our recordings of Marketing Mondays. If you haven't been to one of those, I certainly recommend signing up for that. Marketing Mondays are every Monday at 4 o'clock for the live webinar. It is usually a half hour. It's a pretty quick watch. There's always really great engaging topics. This is an introduction to Marketing Monday, just to let you know kind of what it is. Then you'll see each week they tackle a different topic. Here's adventure tourism, culinary tourism, special events, tourism, festivals and such, family-friendly tourism, cultural and historical tourism, destination marketing, and it goes on. So that is Marketing Monday. Certainly join them live when you can. You have the chance to talk to experts, ask questions. And if you can't join, it is great to go through the videos. Here are festival. We had in-person presentations by the Smithsonian, and we'll be having more in 2024. These are the follow-up online webinars that went with those. You, even if you didn't attend the in-person, you can get a lot of great information from these follow-up videos. Sustainability Lab, awesome. We're all working on sustainability. We all get great points for being sustainable tourism. So certainly watch through those if you're interested. These are specific interest. If you're interested in learning about occupancy tax, how it works, where the money comes from, where the money goes, this is an amazing tool. If you've not worked in tourism specifically, you probably don't have the information about occupancy tax, where it comes from, where it goes. This will help answer questions that maybe you didn't know you had. Placemaking, wonderful presentation on placemaking. Sporting events, stagnant properties. We get this question all the time. There's a property in our downtown that the owner doesn't keep it up. The owner doesn't rent it out. The owner doesn't seem to want to do anything. This is information about maybe what you can do to help revitalize stagnant properties in your town. So I'm just going to slowly go back up through these. You'll see there's a lot of webinars you can access now. All right, so I'm going to go back to the Knowledge Center. Again, you can access with the link at the top, or you can hit the back button. So that was our Uplift webinar recordings. I'm going to look just quickly at toolkits. This is very in-depth examples of toolkits. So, for instance, Smithsonian Creating Engaging Festival Toolkit. So when you look in the toolkit, you'll see you have access to these different folders. When you look through those folders, you'll see some are templates. I'll give let's look at budgeting and fundraising, everyone's favorite. You'll see here's a fundraising plan template, sponsorship pitch, prospect tracker, budget template. These are all things you can use to build your own tools. They're just tools. Certainly they can be modified for your own use, but that is a really great resource to have. Hellos and highlights. You'll hear more about this from the Uplift team this year, but here is a short video on what our Hellos and Highlights program is. This is where individual businesses or organizations can film a short video showing off their project, their organization, and Uplift will help get that recorded, edited, so you can use it for website, any other promotion. So that is the workshop and webinars. So we've looked at the webinars, the toolkits. We're not going to go over everything in here, but you can see what's here. I will show you. Let's see if the podcast link. We have a podcast. On our podcast, we have great people that we interview. And you'll see on each podcast, Here's March 15th. There's actually one coming out today. You'll have another one on here when you go to link. This tells you who is on the podcast, who we're interviewing, and a little bit about what they are. So you can pick through them and decide if this is one I'd like to listen to. You can listen to them all, or you can say, Granting Wishes, Matching Community Needs to Funding by Ashley Love. Say that'd probably be a really great one to listen to. So you can go listen to that at any time. So I'll go back up through the podcast. Okay. The one that I really wanted to talk about is funding. So what we do at Uplift is we create and maintain a database that allows anyone that comes to our site to look through grant and loan opportunities that we have found. And it gives you the information you need to make the decision if you'd like to apply for that grant or that loan. So grants, first we'll click Explore Grant Opportunities. So you'll see we have them divided into categories. If you have a very specific grant need, you can look through any of the categories. If you have a for-profit business, you may see there's even opportunities for you. A lot of people think there are no opportunities for for-profit. There are some. Information that specifically relates to downtown, farmers markets, food systems. So you'll see you can click on any of these and get an idea of what's available. I'm going to click on downtown revitalization. So what you see under each category are the grants that are currently open and accepting applications, or very soon in the near future. Once a grant has passed its deadline, it removes from the site. Once it has a new deadline, it gets refreshed and put back up. So at any time, you'll see fewer opportunities than are out there, but they're the opportunities that are available to apply now. So when you look at these cards, you can do things like click on one of the opportunities. It tells you the grantor organization, the category that it's been placed in, the funding cycle. If you see quarterly, that means every quarter they'll be accepting applications for these grants. You'll see a summary of the grant, basically what the funder has put out there for your information. Information on matching funds. Some need matching funds, some don't. Usually you'll see a no or a matching funds. Some require a little more information. Funding amounts. There are grants that have no restrictions on funding. There are many that have a minimum and a maximum. You'll see here that this has a minimum and a maximum. Because they're quarterly, we didn't put a submission deadline because you can basically apply anytime. Quarters just divide when the awards will be given. Usage of funding. We have this on each entry. It gives you an idea of what it can be used for, sometimes what it can't be used for. Who is eligible? This is where you'll get the information if you have to be a 501c3, if you have to be a governmental agency, if you have to be a for-profit business. This is where you'll get that information. And then once you've looked through pertinent information to decide if this may be a match for you, you can click the links we have at the bottom. This one has eligibility guidance. You can click that. It'll give you a little more information on whether or not you may be eligible. There's the application. This is the link to the site where you might want to get to know the grantor a little better before you apply for anything. So this is the type of information you'll get on each grant or loan opportunity. I'm going to close this one out. Just quickly, you'll see the same information here. funding amount. It doesn't give a specific amount. Submission deadline, there's no deadline. This type of grant is rolling. What rolling means is it's open all the time. So let's go back. If you want to select a different, for instance, parks, trails, and recreation, you'll see there's always a good amount of parks, trails, and recreation open. You can do things like search if there's a grantor you want to look for, if there's a keyword you might have, you can use the search. You can download a CSV, which is an Excel document you can open in Excel. That will give you all the grants on this page in a document you can use to compare side by side. You can use to take notes on, I've applied, I've contacted, different things. So you can use that to make your own document. And if you're just not sure your category or many things fit in many categories, it may be to your advantage to go to all grants. This is all the grants we have open currently in our database. And again, if you want to search through all grants, you have the search function. If you have a keyword you want to use, you can do it there. This has all the same information. When the funding cycle is annual, you will see a submission deadline. And then this gives a good bit of information, more about eligibility and how to apply. So we'll close that one out. With the All Grants tab, you can also download a CSV. If you want to download the CSV of all the grants that are available right now, then you can, again, compare them side by side. You can do searches. This will put it in an Excel type document. Some people are just very familiar with the Excel format. They like to sort in Excel, see all the information in one place. You can do that by just downloading what is on the page. So now we're going to go back and look through the loans on the same tab. Loans, explore loan options. You'll see here the same type of layout. You've got the different categories. You've also got all loans. Loans rarely have a deadline. So most of our loans that we've researched any time are probably on here. You can look through the very specific loan categories. These are not your go into your commercial bank and request a loan. These are a little more specific. They might have guidelines that a bank loan wouldn't have. So for instance, this one is very specific. It is from the North Carolina Episcopal Church Foundation. They loan up to $150,000, and it can be used to build church buildings or buy property that you'll be building a church on. It can also be used for capital repairs and renovations. So this is a very specific loan. Our loans and grants also have geographic location. That may be a good way to check your first eligibility. Many of them are North Carolina, many of them are United States, but sometimes you have them that are for specific counties, like maybe Buncombe County Arts Council is only for artists in Buncombe County. So check at that first. You wouldn't want to be eliminated just because of the geography, if you can help it. So you'll see there is a very specific loan. We also have the more broad loan shown on here, the 504 loan program through the U.S. Small Business Administration. This would be one that many people are eligible for. It provides long-term fixed rate financing for major fixed assets that promote business growth and job creation. You'll see the usage of funding, purchase, construction, new facilities, improve or modernize land, street, utility, parking lot, landscaping. Who are eligible? You must be for profit in the United States, have a net worth of less than 15 million, have an average income of less than 5 million. So those are guidelines to say you must be in this small business category to be eligible. You can click and go to more information on these loans. So the 504 loan is a little more broad than, say, the Episcopal Church loan. You'll see, for instance, this one is a member cooperative loan. And who is eligible? Business and local government members of North Carolina electric cooperatives. So this is not everyone. This is not for anyone that would be, say, in the Duke Energy. This would be people that were in the North Carolina electric cooperatives. For instance, Blue Ridge Electric is the cooperative in the area I live in. So always look at the eligibility, because even loans have specific targets. And these loans are specialized loans. You'll see, I hope, a lot of things you've not seen before. And there's always a link that lets you know how to get more information about it. Again, if you want to look at them closer, you can do a download and be able to see them in an Excel format with all the information side by side if you wanted to compare. So that is the funding area of the Knowledge Center. There's other information you can look through, hopefully find something that would be useful for your specific organization, whether it's training or resources. If you need assistance with the Knowledge Center, certainly contact us anytime. And you'll be able to find on our website the Contact Us button. You can email, send the information, and then depending on what your question is, you'll be routed to the correct team member to help you with information about Uplift, about our site, about the Knowledge Center, anything we can help you with. I appreciate you taking time to watch our video today. And if you have questions, just hop on the website and let us know. Thank you.